Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm very excited again to be back here with you guys just talking about these topics. I'm sitting here sipping on some lemon balm and tulsi tea. I take both of them and mix them together and it makes a really yummy tea that's very good for your nervous system. It's a very calming tea. And it's funny because I get so lit up when I talk about these topics that sometimes I feel like I need something calming to ground me a little bit, because I swear when I sit down and start recording, I just want to fly out of my seat. Which is something else I wanted to say. I really liked the format of the last video I did where I was just walking on the beach and talking, because I feel like when I talk about these topics, I want to be in movement. It's kind of weird to be just sitting at my desk here very still while sharing about these topics that have a very moving energy. It's a lot of momentum when you're talking about these topics. I don't know, that's how I feel at least. If you have any preference, let me know in the comments below. I am in France, I've mentioned before, and the town that I live in, it's kind of hard to find a spot where I can just walk out in public with my GoPro and record myself talking. I mean, I guess I could do it anywhere, but I just don't know how. I mean, yeah, I'm sure people would stare at me what the heck is this American girl doing with her GoPro? But I'm sure I can find some lovely spots in nature, which is my favorite place to record when I'm outside. Anyway, that being said, in this video, I was feeling inspired to talk about not just how to attract your dream job. That's kind of just a specific example. This really goes for manifesting anything in your life. And the key phrase I want to use here is, it's not what you're doing, it's who you're being. So this is something really important to understand, because to take the example of applying for a job, a lot of people kind of make the mistake of thinking that they need to put in more and more work, and the more work they put in, the more likely they are to get a job. So they might send out hundreds of applications. They might make a routine where every day they're applying to X amount of jobs per day, and they just think that the harder they work, the more likely they are to land their dream job, or any job really. But the problem with this is that, think about the kind of energy you're in when you're doing that, right? You're in an energy of trying to get something. That means that you don't have the thing. That means the energy you're in is one of I need this, an energy of striving, almost desperation. And as we know in the energetic world, if you're in that energy, you're just going to keep attracting the things around you, and you're going to be creating this reality of, I don't yet have the thing. And I think that's why a lot of people, when they're applying to jobs, they're always why is it taking me so long? How do I not have it? And repeating these thoughts over and over means it's just going to take you a long time. That doesn't mean that you won't eventually get a job by doing that. It just means that you are working through time and space, because you're using this physical world and you're living in this physical reality, which in this world, things take time and you have to move through space to get there. But the good news is that there's a life hack here, and that's what my whole channel is about. You can literally go beyond time and space and attract things to you just by using your energy. I've done this a lot in my life, and I tell you, it works. I've probably attracted every job I've had in my life. I can't think of a single job where I felt oh my God, I really need this job, where I sent out hundreds of applications. I've just literally never done that before. And I'm very confident that it's because of the energy I was in when I wanted my jobs. So, I mean, I can just give you an example real quick, but to give an example of a time when I had a job that I would consider my dream job, I mean, I think probably every time I got a new job, at that point in my life, it felt like a dream job. Even what I'm doing right now here in France, it feels like where I was at that point in time when I wanted to be where I am right now, this was a dream for me. And when I look back 6 months ago, yeah, I can't imagine that I would have gotten here. But that's just how it works with your energy. So to continue with my example, when I graduated from college, throughout college, I had always wanted to live in Senegal. Kind of a long story, not really. Maybe I'll explain it in another video sometime. But I just really wanted to live in Senegal. If you don't know, it's a country in West Africa. They speak French there. I enjoy speaking French. I learned it in school and I really wanted to live there. So after college, I had no plans. People asked, I had an internship right after college, but people asked me all the time, like, what are you doing after college? Do you know what you're doing yet? Do you have a job? And my response, I literally told them, I don't know, I'll probably just end up in Senegal one way or another. That's what I told people. I had no plan. I never even looked at jobs in Senegal. I never applied. Like, I just told people confidently, I'm probably just going to end up in Senegal one way or another. That's what I told people. That's the energy I was in. I just, you know how they say fake it till you make it? Like, I just kind of said that even though I had no idea. Like, if anyone asked me, how will you get there? Which never happened. Like, I wouldn't have an answer. And that's the thing too, when you're like when you're communicating with the universe and using your energy, they say that you shouldn't worry about the how, because our logical brains always want to know the how. Like, well, how's that possible? How can you just say you're gonna one day live in Senegal? Like, that makes no sense. But when you start thinking that way, that's questioning the magical beauty of the universe. Like, miracles happen all the time, because when you're creating from the field, things can happen in an instant. That's the cool thing. Like, you literally go beyond space and time and you bring things to you. That's how it works. So long story short, through the internship that I was doing, I ended up making a connection with someone who knew this organization in Senegal. Before I knew it, I went on their website. I found a job that was exactly aligned with the type of work I would want to be doing. I applied, I got the job. And not to say that it didn't help, obviously, having the connection that I made at that organization to get the job, but I made that connection because I knew in my heart that I wanted to go to Senegal. So I was opening up a world of possibility where the opportunities, I would notice them because I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I ended up moving to Senegal. I did that job for a couple years and it was truly a life-changing dream job for me. And I applied at that time when I was applying to that job in Senegal that I didn't know I was going to get it, but I felt pretty confident that I was. I applied to maybe like 1 or 2 other jobs. So it wasn't like this long process. It wasn't this heavy thing of like, I never once felt like I wasn't going to get there. And that's really important. I always felt confident that I was going to get there. And that's basically how you have to feel. So if you want to do this, if you want to attract your dream job or literally anything in your life, you have to put yourself in the energy of gratitude for having already received it. That's really important. If you watch my video on how to change your brainwave state to manifest, that can help you. You can meditate, you can do what I mentioned in that video to drop into like a beta or a theta brainwave state that can help you get out of this physical world and get into the quantum field. And that's where you want to be when you manifest. So the more you can go beyond this world of matter that we're living in, and the more you can become a nobody, like don't identify with who you are, don't identify with any of the physical stuff around you. You really, I've mentioned this in a previous video, you really have to go beyond your current reality, like go beyond the situation that you're in right now, because maybe you're in a really crappy situation and you want to be somewhere completely different. If you can be that somewhere completely different in your mind and in your energy, then you're already there. And the universe will know that and it will respond and it will bring you that place you want to be a lot quicker than you could ever imagine. Because the more strongly you can be in that energy, the more strongly you can feel as if you're already there. That's how energy works. Then you're already there. And then you'll start seeing synchronicities around you. You'll start seeing people come into your life that maybe bring you new opportunities. You'll start noticing things. Things will start unfolding to bring you that dream job, to bring you what it is that you want to manifest into your life. So that's it. That's the key. Just remember that in every moment, it's not what you're doing. It's not the hundreds of applications you're filling out. It's literally who you're being when you're doing those things. If you want, you can still do it. But as you're doing it, pay attention to what energy you're in. If you're in an energy of, oh, I really need to finish this application by the end of day so I can apply to 5 more things, it's gonna take a lot longer because that's the energy you're in. But if you can be in an energy of, I'm so excited to be applying to this job, I'm so grateful that I got it, I can, like when you wake up in the morning, do some meditations, focus on how you would feel waking up in the morning if you had this dream job. Like, maybe just when you wake up, go about your day as if you already have it. Like, how would you be feeling? How would you be brushing your hair? How would you be having breakfast? Like, just feel as if you're going to your dream job. Speak as if it's already happening. Journal, right? Like, visualize what it'll be like, and write yourself a letter. And I'm just like listing off ideas at this point, but like, write yourself a letter to your future self a year from now as if you already have that dream job. Literally, I've done this before, and it works. It literally works. Write to yourself like, wow, I can't believe that I have this job that I have right now. I feel so excited going to work every day. I love my colleagues. Like, I can't believe that this happened. This is literally, I'm making this much money. You can be as specific as possible. The more specific you can get, the better. Just remember, like, you can get as specific as possible. They say that clarity is the best way to manifest things, but you also want to let go of expectations, like, because the universe is always going to work out in the best possible way for you. So you might think that you know what's best for you, and you might say, I want X amount of money, or I want this specific job. But just be a little open that, like, the universe might bring you something even better than you could have imagined. So that's another thing too. But you can still, in your letter, be as specific as possible and say like, wow, this is what I'm able to buy with this money. Like, I love working from home. I have my freedom to go on walks in the morning. And as you're doing it, feel the energy of doing that. Like, feel how it would feel to have breaks throughout the day, to go walk your dog, or to whatever it is. The more you can paint the picture and feel the feelings, the quicker it's gonna come to you. So I'm gonna end this video here because I'm just kind of like rambling off all these ideas, but I hope that what I'm trying to say here is making sense to you. Basically, just like I said, focus on who you're being. Don't focus on what you're doing. Focus on who you're being, no matter what you're doing. And the more you can be the person who already has what it is that you want, the quicker it's gonna come to you. So I hope that this video helps you attract your dream job, or literally anything in your life, because the principles are all the same. If you have any comments, I would love to hear them. Let me know in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!